Man, we have been getting it with concrete lately.
Yes, a lot of concrete.
Can you believe we still have more concrete work to do?
I'm a little baffled, but at the same time, I'm not. Sort of anticipated it.
It's almost done though. We're almost to the other side of this.
Yes.
Gary and I have got to prepare a whole nother area for concrete later on today. But first, because it is so beautiful, it is absolutely gorgeous this morning, we decided to spend some time here in the garden and get a few things done so all areas of our life and homestead can be running very efficiently.
Correct. We're going to try to work on, you know, the grounds per se in the garden area because there's a lot of weeds.
Yeah, there is definitely a lot of weeds, and I feel like I just was out here weed whacking. Now you guys have brought up to us a couple of different times that we should lay down some sort of weed barrier or fabric or put in stone, or I mean there have been so many amazing suggestions, and we finally have decided with one.
Yes, and I'm super excited to get it in.
Me too. So we actually did the whole box opening for it and stuff on our side channel, Real Talk with SLR. Check it out right over there if you guys want to see it. But we were sent this item and we are so excited to put it to use.
Yes, yes. I am looking forward to it. Also, Melanie found us something for the weed whacker and I'm super excited to try that out, as well as I found some new cordage. So I got to see how that guy works.
Heck yeah.
So it's really exciting.
Yeah, today is going to be a very good day, friends. We've got a lot on the menu.
Yep.
Little by little, all of these things is what it takes in order to get to the big end goal. So,
correct.
Yeah, so I'm excited to put in the work today.
Yep. Well, you ready?
Yeah.
Let's get it.
All right, first impression.
So, I really like those wheels. Those wheels make it to where, you know, going in this area, even with the rocks and everything being the weed whacker, it just bobs and weaves and gets in between all the little nooks and crannies with the rocks and everything, and helps stabilize and just takes off the weight off your shoulders and everything else. And then the string is working pretty well. I'm pretty happy with it. So we'll see how well it does when I get into the thicker stuff, but this is just sort of grass.
Yeah. But first impression, good, right?
First impression's pretty good. I like it. I mean, I'm hitting rocks. Like, those are some good sized rocks to be hitting with the string. I would have probably broken the other string by now. I did extend it just a little bit, but it's wearing as I was expecting. So that's always a good sign. Sweet. All right. Well, I'm gonna go on around. It's just like, it's pretty much like a lawnmower, like, but a little bit more nimble, whatever. All right.
Right on. So it was a good find?
It was a good buy, that's for sure.
Whew. Well, that took a little longer than expected, but it was a thorough, big job to do. All right, friends, I cannot take that annoying buzzer sound anymore, and I'm sure it's bothering you guys too. There's absolutely nothing I can do about it. I wish that there was, but now I'm discovering this post-processing. So this particular day was actually the same day that the United States was sending out a test for their emergency broadcasting system. They sent it to the cell phones, they sent it to the TVs, to the radios. Come to find out, my wireless microphones actually were picking up that signal as well. And even though we couldn't hear it while we were standing there, the microphone was picking it up, and the rest of the footage that I have from this day has that really annoying buzzer sound going through it. So for the rest of this video, I'm just gonna do a voiceover, and I hope that you guys like it. So Gary and I are talking about how nice it looks to have all the weeds cut and all of the rocks raked up and picked up out of the place. Gary's joking with me about how Arkansas grows rocks, and I'm mentioning that if we have one more storm, I bet you we're gonna get a new crop of them. We start talking about how the next step is for us to roll out the fabric that we got, so that way when the next rain does come, it will hopefully deter more weeds from popping up. We start thinking about the materials that we have on hand to put on top of the fabric. We mention the rock pile that we have right over there and say how we think we're going to probably use that rock pile. We might use the clean rock, but we also might use the river rock. And then we start showing you guys the materials that we got in order to get this job done. Those plastic pieces are for the ground stakes to help them from pulling up, and then we got a really nice set of ground fabric weed barrier. Got two in two different sizes. We mentioned the thickness of it and how we hope that we have enough of the fabric to do the whole garden area. Gary says, I don't know, we're about to find out, and then we get to work. So Gary and I finished setting out all of the weed barrier, staking it into the ground, and getting everything done as much as possible that we could for the day. We had run into a slight dilemma because we ran out of the weed barrier fabric. You can see right here in this area we were not able to finish putting down the fabric, as well as around the entire perimeter of the garden. So we are going to have to be placing an order to get some more of that, but I know that within the next week or so we'll be able to finish that up as well. Overall, we're really happy with how everything is turning out. We really like those ground stakes, and the little plastic piece that goes in between looks like it's really going to do a great job holding everything down and together. Gary was very happy with it. He just was kind of upset with all the rocks in the ground, making it really difficult for him to pound those stakes in there, but it's not the product's fault. It's just honestly our really rocky Arkansas soil. We begin discussing again our ideas on what we're going to be putting on top of the weed barrier fabric. We think we're going to be using a lot of our leftover river rock that we have in piles along the sides, but we do also have one other pile of that clean SB2 rock as well. So we're kind of bouncing it back and forth about what we want to do to lay on top of it. We know we have to put something on top of it, but we still haven't completely made our decision yet. We are accepting opinions and suggestions, so we ask you guys to drop it down in the comment section and let us know what you guys think, whether we should use the river rock or whether we should use that clean SB2 rock. But we decided we were going to call it a day for today. The kids had just gotten home. We were still pretty tired from the last few days of work, and today was a lot more than we had initially anticipated. But we were very happy with all of the weed whacking, with the weed barrier, and how everything was turning out. It was a very, very good, productive day in the garden, and we're very, very pleased with it. So until the next one, friends, we love y'all, and we hope you have a good one. We will catch you on the next one. Later, later, friends.